Peace all. Varikama here of Varikama Mystics. And we are approaching Leo season. And yeah, I'm reinstating my schedule that I started off when I started the channel. So we are going to do a 9-card spread for a collective guidance for us all for this season. Initially, I was doing them where it would be specifically guided to the Leo archetype or the people that embody Leo energy from the soul, like they were if their star sign or the sun sign was a Leo. But it's more favorable for us all because it's a great thing for us actually to move through the cycles and understand and take note of our moves through the cycle, because we're not just coming through the gateway of Leo and thinking, yeah, I'm a Leo and that's all, I'm going to live my whole life out through it as a Leo. No, you have 12, 13 other signs to work with and that you should work with, and you should take and pick and choose what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Leave it alone. And that's how we grow, utilizing all the energies that are out there and for our highest good. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to do a 9-card spread, a romance angel card as well, and I'm also going to pick a life path card because it is the season, we're in the 8th month, and the planets are still heavy in retrograde, so another collective help with what's most important for us to work through during now until September. Was that okay? I started and it was a blooper situation. So this came up already. This is the 5 of Cups. And just now the 6 of Wands came out. This one. Okay. We have the Fool first. Back up. Oh, yeah. Right. And then a Trust Your Vibes card as well. This was 9 Oracle cards then. Yes? Okay. The Tower. The 9 of Pentacles. Came out reverse, but they said, my guide said no. 5 of Swords. 7 of Wands. The King is out of Pentacles. I was okay. Oh my god. Nine, is it? A little more. Okay, we're doing a 10-card spread then. 9 of Cups. Okay, underneath the deck, the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Queen of Cups is like dealing with our emotions, us needing to check our receptivity. Of course, we speak always about checking our spirit first and matter after. And the Queen of Cups is very apt for that on her highest vibration. She's very aware of the spirit realm, and knows how to balance it. But in her lower vibration, she does dwell a little bit too much in her feelings. She's kiki out here. So came on while I was listening to my music, and it came on, and I didn't realize that Kiki, Are You Lonely, that little tag is the same in my feelings song, but whatever, I don't keep up. So we have the so bad. The 5 of Cups, which is crying over spilt milk, crying over the past, dwelling and overthinking or ruminating over the past, trying to salvage what is already lost and gone, not realizing that there's something much more worthwhile that is still upright, and it awaits you. And like my daughter said in the last video when this came up, why are you crying over what's already done and dusted? Don't miss the opportunity what's behind you. You have a good opportunity. You have two good opportunities. Two fulfillment. Cups that are upright. Emotions that are balanced and awaiting you to check it. Because in doing so, there's victory, there's growth, there's movement, there's passion, there's more love for life, for living, and starting new beginnings, being carefree, being curious, adventurous. Today is a 5-day. Today is the 5th of August. Let's check it. And 5 is all about, communicating, correlating with people. Like, it's a very socialite kind of number, but also has to check not to be too in the status quo, but be a leader, not a follower. Trendsetter, trend stepper, With this energy, you've been asked to break anew. You have the innate wisdom. Pack light and make your moves. Let go of the stinking thinking. Balance your emotions. Don't over ruminate. Because in over ruminating, the universe brings in tower situations. Hard knock life kind of situations. Because you're stagnating and you're avoiding change. We're being asked not to do that because there's splendor in the new. There's more growth in the new. With diligence and perseverance, the beauty will flourish from the new. But it's going to take time. It's going to take building, working. And it might take you having to do it alone. But remember, you're never lonely. Even if you feel lonely, you're never alone even. Because your galactic forces are always backing you. Your innate guidance, your highest heights, always guarding you, giving you the jokes, all those ideas, all those inspirational moments. Those are your best friends. Talk to them. That thing about talking, talking to yourself is a sign of madness or something like that, or is it repeating the same thing and expecting different results? But even though maybe people, I think people do say talking to yourself, it's it makes you a bit cuckoo. But I'll be doing that. Like, you could say it without moving your mouth if you like, but hey, I'm free like that. Yeah, telepathic communication as well, because that keeps you strong. Because remember, we don't have to have other people around you. It's nice, and naturally we are social beings, but we have to remember to cultivate the being within first. Then we can be the best social being. Otherwise, if we don't know ourselves, we're just following everybody else, and who wants somebody just follows around? Some people that make moves as well alongside ourselves making moves. And we have this, I want to say 7, the 5 of Swords. Okay. Again, like, you don't want people to just be leeching. We want everybody to be on their square. There's a sense that in this season we're gonna have to be mindful of people around us, trying to pick fights, trying to battle us, or just definitely jealousy and envy around. And that Leo season brings that in people. People kind of like, they get really proud about their age, and then they check other people and against themselves. They do the comparison thing, and it's like, yeah, jealousy does breed contempt, is it? Yeah, but it just breeds a bad vibe. You could be the closest of friends, but someone sees you growing, and they feel away. It's not cute. It's not okay. But you have to decipher and discern who to keep around you. You don't want people that's you know, throwing bad vibes towards you around you. That's gonna slow you for growth. Okay. But when you realize any of those kind of nuances, you have to nip it in the bud. Like make your moves back up in it. Yes, because it could cut your growth. And we have potentials. Everyone on this clip right now, collectively, we have potentials to be the most abundant, like in every sense, in this material realm. Again, the King of Pentacles represents the husband, the father figure, the, you know, the very stable, the very grounded, as well as emotional balance, is mentally and is physically. They might have the physical broadness of women as well, a female even. But yeah, this is a very stable, concrete, just, balanced individual that is definitely a provider and is able to, because they realize their abundance. We will have the potential to do that once we, Page of Wands, cultivate our passions, put it to actions, our emotions to actions, make sure that our emotions are checked and they're not off balance and drawing us off to where we're supposed to be, or drawing us close where we're not supposed to be. Because in balancing our emotions, okay, moving away from stuff that we already know is done and dusted and past, and is bringing a contempt, it is not aiding to our success, it's not aiding to our growth, it's not in alignment with the new truth that we now understand. We have to cut it off before it cuts off our wish fulfillments, our emotional satisfactions, our soul's purpose. Even today is Soul Day, okay, Sunday. And one of the quotes that we got for today on the channel, not even the channel, this is my life. But and I have an enterprise that uses these as well. Can I find it? Yes, let's get it. Is soul is how we fulfill our purpose, by staying present, by being joyous, by creating, knowing that we are co-creators, so we create, and expanding, aspiring higher. The main message for this season from the tarot is saying we have to balance our emotions, cut off the shit that we already see from a mile away that is not going to work for me, because we have so much abundance to come, so much like fulfillment, newness, growth. Only if we plan and set our shit in motion in the best speed, by taking time to find out what it is and owning your power when you do find out what it is, releasing the non-conducive stuff and moving proudly in your truth. Okay, romance messages, we have religious factors and chemistry. Okay, religious factor says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Yes, because you know the major players that deal with our purpose and our need for transformation, Saturn and Pluto, are both in Sagittarius. Okay, retrograde there. Retrograde being time where we need to take time to reflect and go within, analyze, recheck. And Saturn again, purpose. Pluto, transformation. Sagittarius, higher mind, spirituality. So what is it about your spirituality that we need to check? Are you running on facts or truth? And with chemistry, and that's in regards to your love life. So is it You have concerns that your partner or your potential partner sees things way different than yours. Talk it out. Have a conversation, because there is chemistry there enough for you to be able to, I want to say see past it, but it's not about, because how you see past it, because it's gonna, because religions specifically, even spiritual practices, like they have, certain rituals that you do, things that command by whatever. And so that may come up as an issue for you. But how I see it overriding is only if the chemistry is strong enough to override that and realize that no matter the religious factor, the foundation of all religion is love. And if you're not running on that foundation, then there's no love anyways. So what is love? What is the romance for? So let's see any additional messages for the collective. Seriously, yes or no? Oh, how many cards are these? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, makes sense. It's a collective message. Okay. So we got 6 cards here. This is the past life. So past life things that we could be working on. We have Native American, medicine man or woman, phobias, authority figures, transportation, and Greco-Roman. Oh my God. Like I haven't finished enough karma on this plane. Can you believe it? Like no more of this harsh crassness. Like no, there's not going to be no more of this. So many things I don't even want to put into words right now. Like all of that's going to be dying down. Like literally, that could die down. Native American. So many of us are affected by past life cultures. Okay, that are still plaguing us now, and you have the power. Okay, if there are things in the culture or however, because this will play out with you, like being very particular about how you do things, or yeah, because it depends on how the culture went, right? But the Native American talks about all cultures. This card specifically it talks about Native American, but when this comes up, it's talking about any culture that's really founded, very rootical. And with that, sometimes you have that people wanted to break out and still wanting to break out. If they did not, let me get the words out. If they did or did not, if they did, that will play out in their life, and if they did not, that will still play out in this life. So if you have any rigidness with cultures, especially I don't know if anything's coming out right now. Excuse me. So indigenous cultures, because some of us are affected by seeing programs of them. If you are affected, like if you get those neurons just moving you when certain things come up, especially when it has to do with indigenous culture, check it. What culture is that? Look into it. Any culture, the culture that you're in right now, look into it. Why are you affiliated to this culture? Check it. And even if you have, excuse me, even if you have like a cult, a structured kind of way of looking at life, this has something to do with it as well. Cultures that you've been in that are very structured, okay, and if it's holding you back, if it's bringing, maybe if you come into meeting a lot of Native American, maybe you're drawn to the Native American symbolism, um, and again, this means other cultures as well, but they do, in this deck they do have other cultures in it, but with this one I always get that it's more than one, but it's more to do with indigenous cultures. Okay, so anything to do with indigenous cultures affiliation in your life right now, check it. If you get like gut feelings, heart palpitations, when you see a certain culture come up. Why is that? Ask your guides, ask yourself by asking your guides, and all the rest of any other way that indigenous cultures come up for you. You've been asked to check it. Okay. Then we have medicine man or woman. Okay. And of course, many of us have been this. Many of us on this path have been this. And we've been asked to recultivate these gems because the earth needs their healers more than ever right now. Not because Mama Earth ain't apt to take care of itself, it's because it's going through a transformational stage, and just like pregnancy, it's a very delicate stage. So it needs not because it's not strong, but because it's at a vulnerable stage, again, delicate stage. It needs a little extra oomph, needs some support. Okay, so we need to, bring out the inner shaman, work with the herbs, talk to nature, because us talking to nature gives us the inspiration that we need to then make the moves that we're supposed to for the whole soul needs. And we have to get rid of phobias, fears, and doubts. Definitely, definitely, definitely. What are you scared of? Heights, snakes, whatever it is, like, check the root of that. I know that you can recreate any phobia. I'm not like big on hypnosis and all these things to help you rid of phobias. And nothing comes to mind right now as a remedy, but I'm gonna look it up and come back on it actually. But mainly fears. And I got the acronym now. Fear is false evidence appearing real. Okay, and remember, you create your reality. So whatever you're fearing is an unfortunate program that's been placed on you, whether it's self-inflicted or not. But it's part of the role for you to regain your power and realize that there is nothing to fear. There's nothing to doubt. Stand in your power, stand strong, and you don't have to be scared and fear nothing. Then we have authority figures. Again, standing in our power. We've been asked to stand in our power. This is perfect for Leo season. Stand in your power. Know your worth. Know your value. Be proud and loud about it. We didn't come here to be mediocre. Be unique, Proud in highest vibration. I don't think like not prideful, but proud, Not so prideful that you can't say sorry or you can't humble and be like, oh yeah, you're right or whatever, but don't be sequestering your power and letting everybody think that they have more than you. That's not true. Everybody comes in their own varying degrees with much power. Okay? And we all have a job to do with that power. So don't you dare sequester it. And don't you dare hold it over nobody else, because you ain't better than nobody else. Again, we come in different degrees and stages and phases. And the way you can be here today, tomorrow you could be down there. Say. Then we have transportation. This reminds me of me personally. I've had past lives where I've crashed cars. I've had many dreams about this as well. I used to have a lot of dreams about this particular car and this particular area in South London where my uncles used to live. Yeah. But then I found out that I had died once before driving, and I'm not a driver right now. I don't know why, and I'm a bit of a fast driver when I do get in there. So, but anyways, transportation. And this reminds me of actually Aquarius season and how being able to build, and also Atlantis, because they were very good with building, engineering, and stuff like that. But we have to be mindful of transportation right now. The message is coming through strong. This is, yeah. You have to be mindful of how we're traveling. Like being careful, not drinking and driving. If you feel a way about a certain flight, if you get any kind of not nudges, nuances, whatever, pray about it. Again, there's nothing to fear, there's nothing to doubt, but be mindful of transportation. If you find that your car is doing some glitches and stuff, like check it, put the money forward towards that your safety, you know. And we need more engineers. We need more builders of this kind of machinery, like transportational machinery, not fucking what's them called, them sex dolls. This would be a good move towards the career season, you know. And also astral traveling, like remembering to dream, to take time to dream, yes, but to take time to actually get some rest, because in you resting is when you can access your outer realms. Okay, and we need you there too. And then we have Greco-Roman. Yes, we have to get rid of the some of the Greco-Roman way of thinking. Like all of these, we're this is talking about us realizing that we're coming into a new paradigm. Okay, it's a new age. It's a new dawn of the new age. It's the dawning of the new age. So we can't sit back and act any kind of ways. High heights. Look to high vibration. It's not nothing is gonna be what it was. All the stigmas, connotations, all these. How can I let me put a few? Thin love between love and hate. Thin line between love and hate. Life is hard. Um, uh, love is war, or I don't know. I think that's a song title. But all of these kind of things, like there's just pessimistic kind of looking at ways of looking at things. No, love is all. Okay, and we are all one. We come in different phases and stages. Spirit is first, matter is after. That's why all you people that got that download about the memes before it blew up, we are the pioneers. Yeah, because that was very auspicious. Because I started working on it, and all of a sudden I turned around and it was all over Facebook. I was like, oh wow. And I book up, but I don't know, because I lost my file and I did a business course and I told them about, I don't know. I'm not saying I'm not the only one. I know I wasn't the only one who got it, because I see a lot of people that were doing it as well. But and obviously people will jump on it out thereafter, but it was a thing. It was those were select heads that got that download. Okay, and if you were able to access it, know that you are in alignment, okay, with your highest heights, and you should always look to that and not follow the Greco-Roman ways of doing things. We're breaking paradigms. We're not gladiators out here. We don't even have to be warriors. Warriors of light, warriors of peace, warriors of love. We're gonna fight for the right. Most definitely. Right. Anyway, so what we can have is trust your vibes. Okay. Accept the gifts of the universe. Yes. 51, 6. You know, this vibration is always talking about love. It's the Venetian, you know, and it's about us anchoring our intuitive knowing of spirit first and matter after into this realm, okay, i.e., knowing that we can co-create our reality. We are abundant, manifesting, multidimensional beings. So this Leo season, remember to own your power. Be proud of who you are. Look for your soul. Be present. Have fun. Have fun. Like the most thing, have fun. In being present, in being light, having fun, everything else comes. Just don't be in the sad, low vibrational state of mind, state of being, state of feeling, and everything else trickles. No, so that's just I'm having so many conversations. By the way, you know, when I don't do my dailies, when I'm not here, in the world, and I love those interactions because I love the face-to-face stuff. You know, it's really powerful. It's really important. Just those connections that we have. Just being around the energy, the aura of people, and conversating and imparting and taking, receiving, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing on this 5 days. Or I had a great day today, but this Leo season we're going to be so on point as long as we work on our shit. You know, don't let people isms bother you. Okay, be ready for the new. Be diligent. If it's worth your while, if it feels good to you, if it moves you passionately, it's for you. Okay, don't delude yourself. Don't negate yourself. Get grounded. Center yourself. There's many ways to do so. Contact me. Let's look at you personally, how we can help you, and accept the gifts of the universe. I am one of them because I've got these tools, and it's easier for me, unfortunately, to help others than to help myself. But we're working on that because every healer knows that healers need healing, and the kindest, the most warm-hearted person has to have the most on their shoulders and shit, and that's why they're so compassionate and understanding, always willing to help, by also understanding that can't give to others before you give to yourself. That's why my message of loving thyself is so important, because in truly loving thyself, you can understand yourself by knowing yourself. And when you understand yourself, you can understand any other. And being your unique highest self is important. And that's how we elevate and ascend the planet, because that's what we're here for. We're here to play, but we're not here to, burn down the place with the naughty kids. Should I say? I have a good one. Enjoy the season. Until the next one. Peace.